on the blue side, and on the red side, both Red Mercy and Faker took exhausts to shut down all ins.
Not a bad choice. I think Red Mercy Shaco will potentially have some effectiveness. It's really hard to pin that guy down.
All right, blue team, they're scouting around early. So I was talking a little bit backstage before this one started about what we were going to expect, and I figure this is going to go one of two ways.
Okay.
Either it's a constant Fiesta bloodbath with 60 kills on both sides by 15 minutes,
Yep.
or one team just completely annihilates the other team at 15.
Yeah.
Based on Snowball and Assassins. Or we have a dance party in the river at level 1.
Well, that's option C.
Yeah.
It can also bridge back into option A or option B, so I'm okay with this outcome.
That's also the new Lee Sin skin for Levi, isn't it? The Nightbringer one?
Man, this
for both of them.
This playing on the patch that hasn't come out yet is really just
it's tripping me up.
Doing weird stuff to my brain. When I watch Faker, I'm gonna click on this.
Okay.
I'm gonna read the tooltips to make sure.
What do you got?
It's making sure his E is a dash.
It's
yeah,
Diana.
E is Lunar Rush for sure. You're right. So it's a 22-second cooldown ability at rank 1. He hasn't skilled it yet. W is what you should be doing on Diana anyway.
Right.
It still resets his cooldown if the enemy is affected by Moonlight, but then the big change is the fact that R pulls in one or more enemy champions, the Moonlight will crash down and deal damage. So it's not just a vacuum that slows anymore. You can actually do some AoE teamfight damage. That's like a 100-second cooldown now. So a little bit more pre-6, maybe a little bit more flexibility in this reworked Diana kit.
All right, so I do not expect this to be a resident sleeper, farm up, wait till late kind of a game. In fact, I'm kind of surprised we haven't got a kill already. So I'm going to take your bet. Who gets the first blood and who gets first blooded?
Okay, I'm going to guess, but you also have to guess.
Okay, I will guess.
Because
it's
the 1 in 10.
First. Yeah?
Yeah. So Levi will get first blood.
On to whom?
Oh, jeez, that's like a 1 in a... Okay.
Yeah.
Levi will get first blood on to mid-beast.
Okay, I'm going to say... who do we got here? I'm going to say Wei Zhao gets first blood onto mid-beast.
Why are you picking on mid-beast, Flowers?
Because he has mid in his name and he is bottom.
Yeah.
He is out of his element, clearly.
Also, a little-known fact, he's alt-tabbed right now, thinking of his next Dopa video. Trying to figure out how Dopa plays Echo bottom lane. Is going to give you a great tutorial on it later.
All right, well, we can expect a little bit of educational content after that, but for now, we'll see whose screen ends up being black and white first. Red Mercy setting up some traps, but it could be Levi. He gets himself over the wall, but the damage going to chase after. There goes your Fizz. We're both wrong. It's first blood over to Caps, and Faker's trying to get himself away. A little bit more damage would seal the deal, but Faker is out.
Levi was involved, at least.
That doesn't count.
I think it counts for some.
It counts for a congratulatory, you tried.
Thank you. That's something.
That's.
I mean, sometimes that can be the best words to hear after failure. So it depends on the person, on whether they respond well to negative or positive associations. But anyway.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, Caps just gave Faker a negative association with a turret dive, and so that's another one under his belt. 2-0 here for this mid lane Lee Sin.
Peanut did say he had Caps on his team. And so lethality Lee Sin is a very true assassin. I've seen it actually pop off in Challenger solo queue games. Especially someone like Caps is going to have the mechanics to be able to pull it off. It's basically, a lot of it is just like QRQ. Yep. But there's little weaves and animation cancels you can do in between, making sure you get your E damage off, making sure you get a few autos, to actually 100-0 once you get ahead. And Faker was already low, getting into the turret, still had the ignite, clean by Caps.
That being said, if you fall behind on lethality Lee Sin, it quickly becomes a turbo int, and you just try to go in, and by the time you've got your leg up in the air to try to spin around and kick somebody, you just end up falling over dead yourself. So we will have to keep an eye on the tempo this man's able to maintain this game, see how far ahead he can stay. 800 gold lead right now, pretty much all on Caps.
And also something I want to theory craft later.
Okay, what do you got
I'm just going to, someone else will do it for me. I'm just going to propose what's happening.
Okay, you're just going to plant the seed.
Yeah, Serrated Dirk no longer having the passive on it, which does extra harass damage. It might be better when building your first lethality item to not upgrade it and just keep building more swords.
Ah, okay.
'Cause-
So you just want to pile
Yeah.
on as much AD as humanly
I don't
possible.
know if the lethality is completely worth it versus just getting more swords and then getting the lethality once you fully upgrade the item. It's close. It's way closer now than it's ever been.
All right.
Just a thought.
All you people out there who've got the mathematician skills that I absolutely do not have, go ahead and figure that one out and let us know so that we can figure out exactly how that's going to calculate itself. As bottom side, red team looking to make a play here once again. Levi goes in, exhaust dropped down. There goes Salnon. It wasn't mid beast, but it was his lane
his lane,
partner.
bot
yeah.
lane.
So we
Yeah.
at least got something sort of right.
He's doing fine.
Yeah. He tried.
Yeah.
Topside, Wukong versus Wukong's not actually turning into a whole lot of much. We've got the corrupting potion onto our red side, Wukong and Seiya, so he's got a little bit more sustain at least. But
Versus the Doran's Blade. Yeah, it's a bit of a handshake agreement for now.
well,
Until the first player hits 6, in which case...
that would be Evie. And that would be a dead Wukong on the red side. And that means a 3-1 advantage here for the blue team as, Caps popping Faker here yet again. The man is a balloon, and Caps is walking around with a handful of needles, just throwing them all over the place.
I gotta say, Faker's weakness might be the All-Star game.
Yeah?
Yeah. Some would say it's G2 players because of the last 2 best-of-5s.
I could agree with that.
There's something there, but I also think that in these environments, he tends to go a little bit less hard played. This was really nice by Evie, actually, letting the minions kill the minion, which gives him level 6, and surprising Seiya with it. So once he's gotten that first blood as well, it is a little bit hard to swing the mirror matchups without anyone else going up there to help.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing we don't normally get in regular play because there's no blind pick, is the mirror matchup, right?
Yeah.
You're literally just now a weaker version of your opponent because he got more money and experience than you.
And it's not like Wukong has skill shots.
No.
He's just a stat check.
Wukong's the most, binary champion in the game.
Yeah. Although, this isn't going to be a problem for these players.
Right.
But a lot of Wukongs don't auto before their Q.
Which is
So
insane.
you should E-auto Q. It'll make sure you electrocute. You can auto-attack reset with your Q. It's way higher damage. And the lower you go in Wukong elo, sometimes people don't even Q before their ult.
Yeah, it's just ER, which is not correct.
You
ever.
have to Q before your ult because it gives you the armor pin.
Yeah.
So in a 1v1, you should always E-auto Q ult. If you have Tiamat and the time, you should actually Tiamat after your Q. The only situation I'd recommend, like E-ulting, is if there's 5 people there and they have a lot of CC, just get it as fast as possible.
Right. Every situation has some sort of an exception to it, but in the
Yeah.
1v1, Wukong versus Wukong, monkey to monkey,
E-auto Q.
you've got to make sure you're getting those maximizations in there. You can see Seiya losing into a trade here yet again, but he's got backup showing up as Levi makes his way into the brushes. Wanted to be a sneaky snake. Spritter his way around here, try to find an opportunity to make a play. Evie tries to go in yet again onto Seiya. Will get the better of him, but has to flash away to stay out of the way of the Lee Sin.
Yeah, Evie's styling on this one. His ult is down, though, so Seiya basically just has to get into range of him to be able to ult. He should probably be able to get a kill, but I feel like Evie's going to play around that one. This is not the bloodbath we were foretelling.
No. I honestly thought we'd have triple this amount of kills by now. Almost 9 minutes in, only 5 kills. Bottom side, we'll see if the blue side can make anything happen to change that up. Salnon tries to get a little bit of a trade. Root finds its way there onto Red Mercy. Peanut looking to go in. Caps right beside him. The dive coming through. The damage coming out. Tower drop coming in now as Caps goes on a rampage. The Quinn falls down. Double kill over to Caps. The man is on a mission. Red Mercy at least gets one in return.
5-0-0 mid-Lee Sin. I wonder which lethality item is going to go first. Well, Duskblade.
Yeah, Duskblade seems to be the choice.
Answered quickly.
I like that, though. That is the chattest of the lethality items because it just gives you more damage.
Yeah.
If all you're looking to do is take somebody's health bar from 100 to 0 as quickly as possible, boom, there you go.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Turret Plate's just serving up a smorgasbord here in the bottom side, a buffet of money towards the blue team. Peanut not willing to give up that third one, make sure he sticks around. Potentially tempts the Quinn to just try to make a move, but it's easy to hop away. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, mainly, I think the turret aggro was managed pretty well by Peanut here. So yes, he eats the exhaust for his fish, but he takes basically 3 full shots of the turret before it ends up getting on Caps, and then as Caps is running right out of turret range, he's still able to get the last hit. And drop turret aggro for his unfortunate friend LeBlanc, but still counts. Doesn't want to give up that shutdown bonus.
Caps is 5-0-0 now. 5 of 6 of his team kills. The man can go anywhere he wants on the map and start to do exactly what you were talking about with that lethality Lee Sin, and just QRQ somebody, nearly pop them instantly. Also, having the Ignite here ready to go means you've really got to be respectful of what could come out. Play may be coming through here from the red side, but Blue's ready to make some sort of a counter move if they attempt the dive. Rift Herald summoned by red in the mid lane. They have the opportunity to take that one.
Yep.
Shelly's going to rear up, charge forward, 2 plates. Will they be able to get any more? Blue's doing a good job to take her out. Nope, that'll be all, but that's still a kill's worth of gold.
Yeah, the Rift Herald buffs come in on 924 as well. So a lot of people who were thinking that the first Rift Herald was pretty useless to take, I recommend continuing to try and take it.
Preseason's all about learning, man.
Yeah.
Trial and error.
So, speaking of trial and error.
Okay. You guys can't see the grin on his face, but I can tell that something good's going to come up here because of the grin.
Yeah. We should try this after Allstar. Freak tried this with me earlier.
Is this another Volibear versus Skarner 1v1?
No, it's a double jungle, double funnel strat.
Okay, this sounds incredibly degenerate. How do we play this?
So, this is really off topic.
Okay.
So I apologize to those of you who really want a deep analysis of the 10 Assassins. But with the jungle having shorter respawn timers, it is almost impossible. This Faker's getting turret over. Is this going to be the 6-0?
There comes the fish. There comes the carrot. There comes the damage. There goes
Caps,
the Faker. Caps will trade 1 back. He loses his own life. Faker's grabbing the shutdown on
Peanut.
that. As Seiya sweeps in, cleans up a 2nd kill onto Peanut, and Red is able to punish Blues over aggression.
I'm really glad this happened, because this means the game is going to go much longer, because they've kind of reversed the snowball a little bit. Anyway, double jungle, double funnel. With the jungle respawning faster, with dragons being more frequent, and with Rift Herald being more frequent, it's too much for one jungler to do.
Okay.
So traditional funnel is impossible, because there's too many camps for someone to take the whole jungle and a lane.
Right.
Okay, so each jungler takes a side. One jungler gets the bottom 3 camps on red side, assuming you're a blue side team.
Okay.
The other jungler takes the top side jungle. Both of your side laners take the Relic Shield support item because they're not getting that much CS. And each jungle funnel will clear the 3 camps and then the lane. Either
The
top
side
or
lanes,
bottom lane.
not
Yes.
the mid lane.
Yes, mid laner gets to do whatever they want. They're a normal mid laner. They just probably don't get that many ganks until the supports decide to gank, because they really don't need the CS. So basically, 2 people get to farm 1 half of the jungle and a side lane, and then you have these 2 roaming supports with the mid lane.
Okay, so I feel like in this, you want your roaming supports to probably be like a tanky, low econ type thing.
Yeah.
And your mid laner to have strong wave clear.
Yeah, the bottom lane probably has to be something that can like survive in a 1v2, like a Scion or a Galio or a Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily need a huge amount of farm. Top lane can be something like Pyke, because he can roam a lot, and it is just a 1v1.
So speaking of top lane, we did see a pretty cool play up there coming out from the Wukong showdown as mid lane. Baker's actually able to grab the first turret despite his rocky early start. He takes Caps out here for the 2nd time as well. We'll wait for the replays and see exactly how both of those shook out.
Yeah.
We did see a 1-for-1 in top side. Seiya was able to make sure that he did not die alone here in these Wukong battles.
I'm glad you recapped it. It also means you probably weren't listening to my whole explanation. So
No, I
we will
understand
play
that.
it.
You can give
We
me a
will
pop
play it
quiz
later.
right
Okay,
now.
okay.
I know exactly what you got to do. And bottom side, so does the blue team. They're going in once again here. 2 versus 2. Is that Quinn going to survive? Barely getting himself away for now. Wei Zhao's taking out Mid Beast, responsible for that kill. LeBlanc going into the clones here now, seeing what maybe there's something else to find. Nope,
okay.
not quite just yet, but the red team swooped themselves in. Looking to make the outplay onto Mid Beast. He's trying to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge, but instead he's just dead. Levi grabs the kill, and Mid Beast is out of there.
He bought a good amount of time, though. I like the alcove usage, dancing around. What I've struggled with in the alcoves a lot of times is when you're winning the lane, the people that fake recalls in the alcoves. That's the most effective usage of it, I feel like. Obviously, playing Ring Around the Rosie is the best. Caps misses his Q.
He tries to go for it, though. I respect the try. And yeah, alcoves are absolutely made for bamboozling, and bamboozling is what they'll do. Let's take a look at our Axe What's Your Move replay to see the top lane fight that happened a minute ago.
Yeah, you can see Wukong pops his ultimate. Means it's just the baby fish, but then his move is to actually kill Peanut afterwards.
And yeah, he has to use
Evie
his
trades
flash.
kill back. I mean,
But so does Evie.
That's the Wukong game. As soon as one Wukong flash ult is down, the other Wukong can flash ult and trade the kill.
By the way, we're answering the question that you posed in the pregame lobby right now with the Ruby Crystal in Evie's inventory. He is going for the Edge of Night, second item, just to make sure that he doesn't get stopped on his Wukong initiation. Both the Wukongs probably aware that they're the big initiators for their team if it does come to a team fight point. I mean, a game full of Assassins, you're probably going to see more skirmishes, more 1v1s than a typical game of League of Legends, but it's not to say we can't have a full-on team fight. Peanut getting himself in some trouble here. Quinn almost able to find the burst. The Echo stun trying to come through, but won't be able to save that Fizz. Can Mid-Beast try to outplay this one with Salnon? Red team with control over the bottom side of the river. The Scuttle Crab is secured. The Drake not alive here for about another 100 seconds, so nothing really to fight for outside of these kills themselves, but in an Assassin game, man, I just want a bloodbath.
Yeah, and I want to see a Dragon Soul too. I want to see an Elder Dragon.
We're not going to
These
get
games
an
are
Elder
too
Dragon. Not in an
darn
Assassin
fast.
game. We are not going to get an Elder Dragon.
You know what? Assassins aren't that great at ending games. You don't got a tank to tank turret shots. You don't have a sustained DPS to finish Baron or take turrets. I would say it's more likely this game goes late than a standard 5v5.
All right, we'll see. Abby's
Also-
going for the assassination, but he won't find it.
I think blue team has a cheat.
You think they have a what?
How is a Glacial Shroud an assassin item?
Oh,
I call foul on
What
Sound
is that?
Yeah. Where's the referee?
What is?
We gotta pause the game.
That's not.
We gotta make him sell it. Or maybe we don't.
Because he's got the
see.
Ether Wisp. He's got the Glacial Shroud.
Those don't build into an assassin item.
No,
This isn't some secret patch 9.24 tech.
No, there's no hidden meta here, just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah.
Pretty sure this is a. I don't know if it's a clear rule violation, but it's at least a bending of the rules
Yeah.
to a degree.
Yeah. This is like when LeBron just held the ball for 2 seconds running up the court a couple days ago and then just started dribbling again. Clearly a travel / double dribble. But
Clearly.
if the referee wasn't looking, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. If the ref don't see it, you just gotta be it. In the bottom lane, though, it's gonna be another fight breaking out. Seiya's able to grab the first one. Quinn trying to swoop in there. The ultimate is active. She's flying like a bat out of hell, and she's found her way onto Caps. Does get himself away, using that safeguard, trying to stay alive, disengage this one further. Red Mercy still on the chase, splits himself into two, drops the exhaust, still looking to make the plays back onto Caps, jumping right back into the fight now, but not able to find the outplay. Wei Zhao takes him out. And now, can Salnon get himself away from these guys? He's in a 1 versus 2. He is on the block. This champion is slippery. Should be able to keep himself alive here. Red Mercy just waiting and baiting, bringing him back into the fight. The boxes almost grabbing the kill.
Yeah, really well played by Red Mercy there. Basically absorbing Caps' ultimate cooldown and baiting him into a spot where he couldn't get out. Started 5-0-0 on that Lee Sin, now 5-3-1.
That was so close, but I don't think it's even gonna matter. There comes your Wukong. Hit him with the stick. Seiya's grabbing another one, but he is gonna be cleaned up here, most likely by Peanut. Nope! Fish out of water instead, and the red team makes the outplays.
And the infernal blazes on the assassin.
Oh,
map.
you love to see it.
Nothing but fire drakes for the rest of the game.
And no oceans at all.
Yeah.
No oceans
Was
whatsoever.
this set up somehow?
This could be, I don't
Did
know if
someone
there
do
was,
this?
The dragons themselves knew what was coming into this game. So, all right. Remember that because it just goes to 4 elemental drakes on one side now, and then the elder comes up. The elder timer is variable now. It's not just set at 35 minutes. All drakes are now elders.
It's every drake after soul.
Right. So that means if the next 2 drakes go over to the red side, we could see elder coming online at about, what, 34 minutes? Almost exactly where it would be otherwise, but hey.
Yeah. Or we could never see it. Because blue team could get 4.
We have to hold out hope. We have to hold out hope that we see the elder drake in all his I'm a fire in my laser glory.
Yeah. Actually, really nice heal there to keep Seiya alive. Nowhere to hide.
Oh, that was cheeky, but is it worth it? Peanut jumps up onto the pole, comes right back down, shut down over to him. He gets his red buff at the end of the day. Meanwhile, mid lane Faker might be in a sad spot. Soundon getting himself out, shut down credit over to Mid-Beast, taking Faker out there. Red team looking to chase after him, but the Echo does elude them for now.
On one hand, he got the red buff.
Yes. That's a tilter.
Yeah. On the other hand, he did give up like 450 gold. And the red buff.
Also a tilter.
Yeah.
But which tilter is greater?
Definitely the dying part.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about sending a message. Sometimes
is.
it's about saying, that's my buff.
It is. If buffs didn't transfer, then I think you should do it.
But because it did, you effectively just gave
Give
him
like
nice,
a mega red buff.
yeah, just a big leash as Seiya barely walks away. Flash coming in from Evie there once again, grabbing himself a kill in the Wukong 1v1. Oh, one more shot from the minion.
Dead.
Oh, they got him right in the back. I hardly knew ye, Evie. He falls down, and that's a 1-for-1.
Man, actually 6 kills on Seiya on this Wukong. I haven't even noticed how much he's been roaming around.
Yeah, look at the mobility boots going in right after the first lethality item, and he went for the Yumu's Ghost Blade. He's all about the roams here on his Wukong play.
Fizz in the alcove.
Let's see if Fizz can outplay it. Peanut, up into the air, down onto the ground, right into the grave, and that's all you need to say. Alcove's not saving you from that one.
That was not the outplay I was hoping to see. The just face first into a Lee Sin R. Oh, okay.
All right. So
that's how you do it.
For anybody who might have doubted what Jat was talking about with lethality Lee Sin, that's
Yeah. QRQ. Because you want to get the execute damage on the resonating strike portion of the Q.
Yep.
And that's why you often Q flash and then redetonate your Q.
And as we're talking about that, the fight continues raging. Faker grabbing himself 2 kills there onto the bottom laners of the blue team. Seeing if maybe he can find something else to chase down here. Caps running away into the top side of the river. Faker, no fear here. The man does have his Zhonya's Hourglass fully complete and ready to go. Has the Oblivion Orb in inventory as well, building towards that Nashor's Tooth. So not the full-on just one-shot you Diana build. It just goes QRQ, or QRR. That was
it's now EQE.
That's right. Yeah. I have to. We got to remember to switch the buttons
It's a
around.
whole paradigm shift.
As the shutdown credit goes over to Evie here, who has had more success in the Wukong 1v1 situation. I mean, he's up on farm. He usually solo kills his opponent when they fight, but just hasn't had the same map impact that Seiya has, considering, he's got more kills. He's got more kill participation.
Yeah.
And he's just building for the roams.
It's true. Mobility boots are my recommended boot on Wukong because it's so much about getting into range just for your E and your full combo. Obviously, sometimes you need to be forced into something else, but that's usually just depression zone. I was going to bring something up about Diana, though.
Okay, what do you got?
I wonder, for a Diana one-trick, so this would be like a theoretical question for you with Skarner.
Okay.
If his R became his E and his E became his R, wouldn't you rather just rebind your keys and forget about it?
Yeah,
like should Diana one-trick just change their E and R buttons? Is the confusion of reading just your skill bar and it being out of order versus just kind of turning your brain to the past and trying to play old Diana? Obviously, just think of it, oh yeah, my E changed, it's now a charge. And you're still pressing the same button?
I feel like if you're mid-season and you're pushing for a climb and trying to break a new rank or something, hit rank 1 because you are a dedicated Diana one-trick and you're obviously very good at the game in this hypothetical situation, then you change the bindings around for immediate profit.
Yeah.
But since we're still in preseason and everybody's mostly memeing anyway, you use this time to relearn and not have the reversed icon confusion later.
Let's get this Infernal. This is going to be the biggest fight of the game.
All right, red team, they're set up. Blue team's come in over the wall. Here comes the fight. Wukong's going to be spinning all the way around. Evie's able to find the kill onto Seiya, but the red team has slain the dragon first. Where will the fight go now as Red Mercy's clone goes down, but now the boxes are going to be firing those darts all over the place. Mid-piece grabbing the kill onto Wei Zhao. There is so much money popping up above everybody's head. You thought they would have won the casino, man. Double kill over to Lee Sin on the side of the red team. Levi makes it happen, and it's 3 dead on blue, 3 dead on red. 3 Drakes for the red side.
And that's the biggest thing of the fight is the fact that they got the 3rd Drake, meaning they're 1 away from the Infernal Soul. And the other thing that popped out to me in that fight was Faker's ult did a lot of work. So we're going to watch this one more time. Caps gets the Q, but he's not the jungler. It's actually Peanut who would need to smite steal. And Levi does a great job of not only stealing it, but using his stopwatch for the Fizz ultimate, and then watching Faker, top of the screen right here. Boom, the Moonfall comes down and ends up chunking a substantial amount of damage. I think pulling the red side into the big lead.
Well, red side's now in the wrong part of a pincer attack as they try to make a play onto the blue team, but instead find themselves collapsed upon. Wei Zhao grabbing the kill onto Sao Nan. Shut down credit onto that Lee Sin of Levi. Goes over to Peanuts Fizz. Faker trying to disengage. No mana, very little health. Blue team still looking to keep on fighting this one. Evie grabbing the kill onto Wei Zhao. Meanwhile, another red body falls in the backside. Peanut grabbing the kill onto Red Mercy, who takes out Evie with his dying breath.
All right, keeping the gold within 2K. That's another, yeah, that was just a 3 for 3.
Yeah.
They just keep trading these kills. 43 kills, 25 minutes, only 4 turrets.
Remember what I said. This game is either going to be a dead even Fiesta bloodbath, or it's going to be over by 15 minutes. Condition 2 has obviously not been met, but Condition 1 is going pretty strong. 2,000 gold separating you 26 minutes into the game, and it's honestly even less now. It's like 1.7. That's not bad for a complete snowball-based game of Assassins.
Yeah, I completely agree. I also think, and take this with a grain of salt, but
all right.
I do actually like the snowball anti-changes that were made in 9.23, where turret plates give less gold and some of the early drakes were nerfed, because I did feel like games were snowballing too fast. And now it's still really important what you do early, but I think you're more likely to get games like this.
It's not unrecoverable.
Yes, yes. Especially as a jungler. I don't know. I'm still up a little bit. I need to jungle more to figure this out, but losing catch-up experience.
I've been loving that.
Oh, me too.
I so much enjoy being able to actually outpath the enemy jungler now and be levels up on him.
I enjoy until I'm on the other side of it. So
no, that's just your chance to prove yourself and show you got the eye of the tiger. You got the hunger in your belly. Burning heart,
yes,
bro.
Yes, in theory, I love burning hearts. I'm on board. In practice, sometimes if your mid laner is losing and the enemy mid laner decides to stop you from jungling for like 2 minutes, you just never catch up.
Yeah.
There's just no way back in the game. It's how it feels sometimes. Obviously, there are things you can do. In fact, the biggest form of catch-up experience is killing enemy champions who are higher level than you.
Yeah.
Is the way you get back in the game. That's just not always viable. I love the spirit of the change. I love being able to actually have a level advantage mean something. I just have had some experiences where it feels like falling behind wasn't really in my control, and then I didn't have a way back in the game. We'll see.
We'll see how it plays out here in this game as well.
The way you stay ahead is double jungle funnel.
Back to the double jungle funnel. All right, we'll keep that one in mind as we keep going. So I'm actually very tilted now looking at Saunon's inventory because he's just sitting on the Glacial Shroud. He never built it into an item. Essentially, I believe the rules for these kinds of game modes are you're allowed to build a defensive item as a component of an overall offensive item. But Faker's just saying, you know what? We don't abide rule bending around here. We don't abide Glacial Shrouds, and just pops them.
No MR in that Glacial Shroud, is there?
No, sir. Not in this neighborhood.
Turns out Diana can still burst you.
But it is a lot of CDR on the side of Sao Nan. I mean, you've got 10, 10, 10. Does Ether Wisp actually give CDR? I'm pretty sure it's only move speed.
Yeah, it's just 5%.
Yeah, it's only move speed. But then you've also... let's see what they've got here. Red team's going for the Baron. Blue trying to stop this one. Remember, they're only going to be 4 versus 5 here for now, but Evie's able to keep himself alive, get away. Problem is, red team health bar is still very chonky. They are going to be dissuaded from going any further into that pit.
You know why? Because the Dragon Soul's coming up.
Oh, baby. Yeah. 5 seconds until soul time here for the red team. If you're blue, you got to fight for this.
Yeah, if they get this, they basically get Fire Ludens. But yeah, the fight has begun. Faker might just focus the Drake. No, he's pulling off the fight.
Red Mercy's in trouble. He barely gets himself away. Shield coming out to keep him alive. Drake is going to be secured, and that is a soul for the red side. Let's see what they can do with it now. Red Mercy over the wall is going to run into Caps there on accident. Caps should be able to pick up the kill here. Sonic Wave finds the mark. So far, it's a 1 for Dragon Soul, which is an easy trade for the red time every single time. Caps trying to get himself away now. Red team coming in. Caps looking to grab one in return. Faker grabbing the kill onto him, dominating as they make it 1 for 1 in terms of kills.
Yeah, there's just absolutely nothing negative about Faker's team getting the Dragon Soul here. I think when we see more pro games, there will be more teams trading a Baron for a Dragon Soul.
Yeah.
And then it's like a temporary buff versus a permanent buff, kind of how much can the team that took Baron to give up the Dragon Soul gain during the duration of the Baron. But here, when they just kind of sloppily fought over it, it was just lose-lose for the blue team because they've given up the Dragon Soul, and now it's permanent. They have the best Drake for the Assassin team, Soul. Now they're just going to move to Baron and probably get it all.
And remember, if this game does take another 5 minutes, if Elder does come up, this is the new preseason Elder that executes you as soon as you fall to 20% HP with a screen-shaking dragon laser, which is probably just going to annihilate these team fights.
Yeah, I think that laser is super cool. Here we go, fight.
All right, Red Mercy takes a chunk out of his clone, but that's not really too important. Midbeast going to be forced to chrono break here nice and early. Evie going in, able to find knockups onto multiple people, multiple men on the red side, but now he's going to find himself here in the middle of the fight, and he is popped. Wei Zhao makes sure of it. Midbeast also going to fall to Levi. We'll see if there's any sort of an outplay potential, but not for Salnon here. 3 dead on the side of the blue team. The cost is Faker, but Faker alone. Peanut with a good disengage there, not allowing himself to fall. Levi takes the kill onto Caps. Peanut not having that troll pole ready to go again just yet. Tries to flash into the brush, drops some aggro, gets right back up onto the E, tries to get himself away. Red Mercy continuing to chase, but now going to deceive backwards. Red team knows they won the fight. Now they're onto the Baron.
I need a Captain Flowers ruling.
All right, what you got?
Is GA an assassin item?
Nope. GA is an anti-assassin item because it makes you not die.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
That's my official ruling. I don't have a gavel to bang on anything, but if I did, I'd be doing it.
Okay, that's fair. I just needed to make sure. They're going to get the Baron. I also wanted to make a comment about Elder Dragon.
Okay, what do you got?
I am very glad that it has been changed into such a visceral, powerful shot.
Same.
Because in many ways, the old Elder Dragon was just as powerful, if not more. People completely underestimated how much effectively that burn added to a fight.
Plus the bonus stats.
Yeah, oftentimes it was more than 20% of your health that was done by this Elder Dragon burn, but people just didn't notice it. Now, you very obviously notice what it's contributing, and people are appreciating the power of the buff, even though in some situations it could actually be less powerful. So it's just better. I mean, whenever you can tell what's happening, it's better than not telling what's happening.
There's a pretty big difference between this little orange thingy burning on you and a giant dragon spreading its wings and blasting you into oblivion, as Midbeast might find himself in a tough spot here. Uses the chrono break to get himself away. Zonya's going to block that Fizz ulti. Faker keeping himself alive, does have the shield working right now, but Wei Zhao's grabbing a kill onto Evie. There comes your disengage kick, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Wukong's able to find the spin into the back lines here with the blue team. Oh, Salnon, he's in the statue, but he's not going to stay there for long. Seiya looking to clean up the last one. Peanut's trying to find some sort of counterplay. He will get a counter kill out of it, but he falls in the meantime, and the red team just might not give us that Elder.
Yeah, they can get it if they want it, but do they want it?
It
is really fun to be a Fed Assassin when the other team is soft banned from defensive items.
Yeah.
So I could see a situation where they don't end on this Baron push and they do get the Elder in 2 minutes.
You gotta end the game in style. You gotta make sure you win with the Elder, all 3 enemy inhibitors down, all 11 turrets taken, leave no room for question.
Yeah, especially if, this will never happen, but especially if blue team is all kind of clumped up and then Faker gets the moonfall, Penta Elder, that would be.
So if that happens, let's say Faker does that, the beam hits them all at the same time. Does one dragon shoot 5 lasers, or does 5 different dragons spawn at the same time?
I have no idea. So I think from when I've seen it, I've only seen videos of it actually. I've played a lot of games. I still haven't seen Elder.
Well, Faker just decided to remove Peanut from the game. So Evie's now decided to do the same thing to Red Mercy.
Yeah.
So it's 1-for-1 so far. Let's see if Evie can get himself away here. Well, he's just going to get smacked by Seiya. So that's an easy second pick up there for the red side. 3 still standing here on blue, but that's a pretty tall order to defend.
Yeah, 30 seconds till Elder. I think the wings spawn in the direction of the beam. So I think you get 5 sets of dragons spawning at the same time.
So they all just go woo, 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 wah, 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 wah.
I am guessing that is what happens.
Now I feel like we need to find 8 people and test this as the red side tries to make a play onto the enemy support. Faker goes in, just says, see you later. Salnon's barely walking away back to the base. He's trying to bait, trying to get Faker to go just a little bit too far in here. The minions are on the march. These Nexus turrets have got to be defended, and pings are coming out from the blue side onto the Elder Drake. They know what Red's been waiting for.
Levi wants it.
They know what the red team's waiting for here. Ping's coming out from both teams now. Levi's already into the pit. He's got Wei Zhao helping him.
Okay. Faker's got a Spellbinder now, so he is max Diana with double Infernal, with Infernal Soul,
with Elder,
and with
coming
Elder.
up.
Even
They're
the
just-
Wukong can one-shot.
They're just goofing off.
Come on,
They're not
take
even
it.
taking it. What are they doing?
Why are... what's happening? They're chatting. So Evie said wait. Midbeast said wait.
Oh, they want to fight.
Okay, we come.
They're agreeing to have a gentleman's battle for the Drake.
Because if you steal the Drake, the possibility of a comeback is still there.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the old one where it's more powerful with how many elementals you have.
Yeah.
It's still a real fight. So
we've got the gentleman's agreement. Red team does have the vision control over the Drake pit bottom side river area.
if you're really a gentleman, you let the other team ward. But
Well,
no one does that.
Everything
They
has
just
its
wait
limits.
in a bush. and
All
shut the
kindness has its limits, my friend. And Seiya's grabbing the kill on to Caps. The fight breaks out, but it's over before it even starts. Evie tries to go into the spin, but Red Mercy's grabbing the kill on to Sao Nan. Wei Zhao goes unstoppable. Mid Beast is down. Peanut is gone. Good Lord, it's a 5-0. They aren't even going to get
No.
the dragon.
No.
Oh, the minions are going to end it.
Yeah, they're going to do it. I mean, we still got the fight. That's
We
fine.
got the fight. I wanted 5 lasers, man.
So did I. We'll get it. We'll get it one day. Maybe in World